Hello, this is Julian. Today we're going to investigate creating a chart at runtime for ASP.NET rather than setting it up at design time. I'm going to use XtraCharts in the ASP.NET version to create a simple sine wave chart. For this I'm going to create a line chart where the x-axis, the argument, is a numerical argument rather than a qualitative one. It'll be the number of degrees. No doubt creating a chart at runtime can be a little frustrating unless you take a shortcut. The way I discovered how to do this was to drop a web chart control onto a new website and then use the Visual Studio Property Editor to work out which properties of which nested objects I needed to set and alter. We'll do the work in the page load method for the web form. I've created a new web site with a blank form. Now to start off with, we're going to have to add a few references to some DevExpress assemblies. The ones we need are devexpress.charts.core, devexpress.data, and go down a little bit, devexpress.utils, devexpress.web, and finally devexpress.XtraCharts and devexpress.XtraChartsWeb. The next thing we need to do is add a placeholder for our new dynamically created chart control. So we add the placeholder. I'll switch to source here. I'm just going to name it something better than placeholder 1. I'm going to call it chart placeholder. Okay, let's nip over to the CS file here. You obviously need to add a couple of namespace references here. So devexpress.XtraCharts is one of them, and the other one is devexpress.XtraChartsWeb. There we go. Now here I am in the page load method. The first thing we need to do is create a web chart control. And I'm going to call the chart web chart control. So I have a new chart now. We need to create a series for this chart. And we need to make sure that the label for the series is not visible. And finally, we need to make sure that the argument type for the series is going to be numerical. Now for the series, we need to specify that it's a line series type of thing. So we create a new line series view. And the view itself, we need to turn off the line marker options, or make them invisible, I should say. And then we need to attach that view to the series itself. So the series view has got to equal the view we just created. There we go. So that will make the series a line series. Now let's create the actual data points to show. We're going to be 361. So we're doing a full circle here. Let's create the number of radians. It's going to be I multiplied by math. Oops. Math.pi. And divided by 180. And then we can add to the series points list. There it is. We can add a new series point. And the argument is the number of degrees, and the value is math.pi. Oh no, someone took a sine of the number of radians, I should say. Okay. Now we need to attach that to the chart, the chart series list, and add our new series, the one we just created. And finally, we need to add the chart to the chart placeholder. So there's a chart placeholder here. There it is. Add it to the controls list. Now we can run the application. And we have the runtime chart created as a website. So there you have it. A simple web application to display a line chart with data generated at runtime. Until next time.